Hello friends, this is Kevin, aka K-Man1, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon FireRed version. In the last episode, we cleared out the fighting dojo and got ourselves a fancy new Pokemon. Speaking of which, I didn't mention it because I didn't think to. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are based off of Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee, so that's how they got their names. Just in case you couldn't piece that one together yourself. Anyways, we also cleared out all the gym trainers here in Sabrina's gym. And so you might be wondering why we're out here. Well, I went to heal, and I also did a little bit of trying off-screen to figure out a faster path to Sabrina. So basically, you want to take the first teleporter, then cross corners again, and then go straight down. And boom. Right here at the gym leader. So, let's go ahead and talk to her. I had a vision of your arrival. I've had psychic powers since I was a child. It started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent. I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers. Sabrina's another pretty cool gym leader. Her role is much smaller in the game than in the anime, but I mean that's pretty much true for any gym leader because the anime fleshes out characters a lot more than the games do. Anyways, our first Pokemon is a level 38 Kadabra. Like I said earlier when I was just sort of montaging the trainers, well, not fast necessarily, but physical attacks are the way you're generally going to be wanting to go. She does have items, which is something that I am eternally annoyed about, but it is not going to be a huge deal because I'm still pretty much able to two-shot anything in her party, most likely. Future Sight, I haven't explained it before, but it is a move, I'm pretty sure it's 100 base power psychic type, and it will predict a move for the future, so the damage will be delayed for I think 2 turns, so it'll be the end of the next turn when I take damage, I think. I don't know, I don't use it often, and really the only time is when NPCs use it, so I'm not completely sure on the mechanics of it. Anyways, next is her Mr. Mime, and I'm not gonna change Pokemon quite yet, because I don't think I particularly need to. And Mr. Mime is at level 37. Something kind of interesting about Mr. Mime is its Japanese name is Barrier, which has nothing to do with being a sir or madam. So what's very confusing to American audiences is that Mr. Mime can be female, but that's because its name wasn't actually supposed to be Mr. Mime. It was supposed to be just relating to the fact that it uses a lot of different barrier moves, like Barrier, which will raise its defense, making this battle a little bit more annoying for me, but once Reflect wears off, right now, incidentally, so it looks like it's at the end of the second next turn, if that makes any sense. You guys saw when Kadabra used it and when I took damage, so you guys can figure that one out for yourself, because I'm bad at explaining stuff. But yeah, female Mr. Mime is a thing, which is pretty interesting, but it makes a lot more sense when you realize that gender wasn't even supposed to be a mechanic in the video games back when they first named the Pokemon. Anyways, kind of an oddball Pokemon on Sabrina's team is her Venomoth, clocking in at level 38. It is a poison and bug type Pokemon. So very out of place on a psychic type gym leader, but it does learn some psychic type moves by level, so I guess that was their basic logic. Tried to go for the Supersonic, but it missed, which I am very happy about, and I should be able to one-shot it with Psychic probably, because Venomoth is not the strongest Pokemon. I was right. Awesome. And so, up until now, the highest level Pokemon on her team has been level 38. And so you might be thinking, okay, well, her final Pokemon's probably going to be around like level 40, maybe level 41. It's her Alakazam. Never have you been so wrong. She throws out her Alakazam, level 43. That is a 5-level jump from her second highest level Pokemon. Yeah, this guy's a little bit strong. I was way overestimating Molster's ability to tank that hit. Jagaboof will probably get KO'd in one hit as well. I'm gonna try to go for the Leech Seed strategy with Omelette, see how that works out, because I will resist the Psychic, and so I'll be able to drain a lot of health back. Oh, especially if he's going for the Calm Mind. Wait, why is her Alakazam male? Something I haven't pointed out is that for the most part, NPC Pokemon will have the same gender as their trainer. The only real exception being Pokemon that can only be one gender, like Kangaskhan or Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. And it's not like a dead set rule, like this must be the way it is, but it's just, it usually is that way, so I'm confused as to why Sabrina's Alakazam happens to be. I forgot that Alakazam had the Synchronize ability. Synchronize, basically, it will reflect all status ailments like poison, burn, sleep, paralysis. It will reflect them back to the user. So that can be very, very annoying if you happen to get hit by it. But it's not something we're going to be concerned about. And the reason I used Poison Powder again is because I knew she was going to use the full heal. So I just, yeah. I didn't bother healing myself because I knew that if I did that, then the Synchronize would just re-poison me. So I decided this was the best way to go about things. And this is going very, very well so far. I'm just kind of whittling her health down. And I'm going to go ahead and... I should have at least like a full heal or something. Just go ahead and throw up on... Yep, full heal. Throw this up on Omelette just to make sure she doesn't get cheesed by anything. And that's going to be after 2 Calm Minds, I think. So even the not very effective hit is going to be quite dangerous. Yeah. I'm thinking I might do something a little bit cheeky right quick. Nope, I did not mean to hit run. Most of you are probably going to be mad at me for this, but I'm just going to do something kind of silly. I'm going to switch to a Pidgey. And the basic strategy here is she's going to take down the Pidgey. She used a Hyper Potion. This did not work as expected. Yeah, no, this was a curveball to be sure. So I mean the plan itself is still sound, I guess, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw up a healing item just so I don't have to. Where are my normal healing items? I'll go ahead and throw up a Max Potion onto Omelette just to make sure she can tank another Psychic and just sort of stay in the battle against Alakazam a little bit easier. Why are you going for weird moves? Well, actually, Future Sight was a pretty good strategy there because Pidgey is not going to be able to tank anything that Alakazam tries to do. So, yeah, this could be maybe. I was hoping that I could get the Fly, like he would go for some other dumb move, but it was not meant to be. So let's go over to Omelette. She is going to end up taking a Future Sight attack, probably, which is unfortunate. But hopefully I will be able to get the KO before that happens. Maybe, probably not. In fact, probably what's going to happen is the Alakazam is going to go down to my debuffs, to my Leech Seed and Poison Powder. And Omelette is going to be dead for it, so no one's going to get the experience looking at it right now. Because I'm about to take the Future... Oh, wait, no! The Leech Seed took place before Future Sight. I'm pretty sure this was the turn that Future Sight was supposed to activate. So maybe I'm just terrible at the mechanics of it, like I said before. So maybe I just have no clue what I'm talking about. But I'll take it, gladly. Oh, yeah, there's the Future Sight. At least I got the experience for it, even though I'm definitely about to get KO'd right here. Worth, as we say in the business. And we defeated Leader Sabrina. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss. I admit, I didn't work hard enough to win. Your victory has earned you the Marsh Badge. And we got money for winning. And so, this brings up something kind of interesting. There's kind of a theory that the gyms were originally supposed to be in a different order. And the basic logic behind this theory is that Koga and Sabrina have basically the same levels on their team. In fact, I'm pretty sure Koga's team is a little bit higher leveled on average. Why am I here? I'm pretty sure Koga's team is a little bit higher leveled on average. And also, the Marsh Badge sounds a little bit more like a Poison Swamp type badge, whereas the Soul Badge, Koga's badge, sounds a little bit more like, you know, Mind Over Matter, use the power of love, Psychic type badge. So that's just a theory that a lot of people have. And, I mean, with how much you're able to sequence break in Kanto, I don't think they particularly cared that much about what order people completed the gyms in. But I just chose to complete them in this order because I'm pretty sure it is considered the canonical order, which is just a fancy word for saying the way the developers intended, or the way the story writers intended. So you might be wondering what our plan is to do next. So I am going to go ahead and pull up the fly menu, and we'll see there are the next city. We've been to a lot of places, and the next place we need to go to is this island all the way down here. And there are 2 paths open to us, incidentally. We can either go straight down from Pallet Town and just go straight down to the next city that we need to, do some stuff, get the badge, very, very nice. But there is also this longer path which takes us through the Seafoam Islands. And there are a couple things I want to take care of there. So I am going to be, well, I'll go ahead and just say, you can surf straight down. There's not really much to the path. It's just down, and boom, you're there. So I'm not going to bother showing that one. So I'm going to go ahead and fly to Fuchsia City, and we can go ahead and start moving along that longer path. And I need to get some things real quick, so I will see you back in just a moment. Alright, so the things I took care of real quick were I got your mom into my party because we are going to need to be crossing water very, very presently. And I also taught Super Hot Fly, just so I didn't have to have Pidgey in my party, and since it doesn't really have any other moves that I'm particularly wanting on it at present moment. So I figured that was just the more convenient thing. And I also finally taught Toxic to Omelette, which is something I've been meaning to do for a little while. So, yeah. All those things taken care of. So, what say we go ahead and start moving on south. And so, here is probably my least favorite thing in all of Pokemon, water routes. The reason I don't particularly care for them is because every single space is a possible random encounter, and my super repels are at the top because I took very special care to do that. But yeah, every single space is a possible encounter rate. A possible encounter spot, rather. And there are a lot of trainers scattered about, and fortunately, Surf Speed is really... Okay, we're battling her on screen, just so I can whine about it. But, yeah, I don't really like water routes. I'm glad that there aren't too terribly many in this game. In fact, there's only the two routes, like... The two paths to Cinnabar Island are basically the only places that you're required to surf, but I just really don't like them as a whole. Call me biased, call me whatever you want, but yeah, water routes are very rarely my favorite part of a Pokemon game. Even in later generations where like the whole half the world being covered in water makes sense for the plot, it's just, I don't want to deal with that much. 7.8 out of 10 if you get that kind of cultural reference, but yeah, people complain about water routes a lot, and for good reason, in my opinion, at least, for good reason. So, I'm not going to whine about it too terribly much because I don't want to bore you guys with my just incessant complaining, but just know that this is definitely the point in the game where I'm not really having the most fun in the world. So, that's pretty much all there is to that, and we are moving on. So yeah. But as I was saying, the surf speed is actually pretty fast in this generation, which is very nice, and we are already at the next spot of land. And so, Seafoam Island is a dungeon. Seafoam Cave, I guess, is technically the dungeon. And I'm not gonna lie, I have barely ever played any of this. So this is gonna be pretty fail-tacular. But before I really have to go super hardcore in finding stuff, there are a couple things that I'm able to take care of. Not the least of which being a new Pokemon here that I'm wanting for my team. Which one is it? We will find out in just a moment. I'm pretty sure I need to be in water in order to be finding it anyways, which kind of gives you a hint as to what it might possibly be. But there's no water available to us yet. Until... I don't know where anything is in this dungeon, so forgive me if I'm a little bit lost, but as I've said, I haven't played this but like maybe once in my entire life. So, yeah. But the basic mechanic of it is you're going to be wanting to use strength to push these boulders into these holes and do that thing. And the one annoying thing is that strength will reset that you've used it every time you change floors or anything. So you constantly need to be like resetting the strength thing on the rocks. Which isn't like too terrible, but it's just an annoying thing I wish I didn't have to do. But yeah. Throwing up a lot of repels because I am not all about that life. But yeah. And your mom's strength made it possible to move boulders. And okay. There are also a lot of items here, but again, I don't know where all of them are. Like, I'm really, really sorry about not having been able to practice this, but I felt it would probably be more entertaining to just have me kind of derping around, having no idea where anything is. Ooh, a water stone. Cool. I figured it would probably be more entertaining if a little bit more annoying, but we will just have to see on that one. And where... Okay. This is basically rapids, so I can't actually do anything about that, but over here is finally the water I've been looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and cut until I find the Pokemon that I am wanting. Repel wore off. See you back in just a moment. Alright, so finally the Pokemon I was looking for, which took a shockingly long time for a 50% encounter rate. It is Seal. Seal is a pure water type, actually. And its evolution might be something a little bit different. Minor spoiler alert. Judging by the fact that it's using the Ice type move, you can probably guess what its secondary type is going to be, but I'm still not going to spoil it out loud because I'm not going to be weird like that. And something to note is that wild seals can learn rest by level. But that's okay because Sleep is also a status move that will help you catch wild Pokemon, so I'll take it, even if it is going to be annoying and at full health. And I kind of want to be able to whittle down its health a little bit more. I'll go ahead and hit a quick attack, since I know it is going to be asleep before. If I get a critical hit, again, like that'll be the worst. But hopefully this won't be a problem, and I'll be able to catch her fairly easily. And I am very glad that it is a girl because of the nickname I happen to have in mind for my Seal, which I'm not going to be revealing right away because I'm a jerk like that. But I will go ahead and cut from the nickname screen to go ahead and do that sort of thing. So yeah. Alright, so with that nicknamed, I forgot to throw up another repel. Woo. But anyways, with our new teammate captured, and we've discovered Seafoam Islands, and we've beaten the gym leader, I say we've made quite a good amount of progress for this video. So, in the next episode, I'm going to finish, not having any clue what I'm doing, here in the Seafoam Islands, and we're going to hopefully move to see what lies beyond. See you guys then.